Hello, hello, and welcome back to Minotaur Hotel. We're at the start of Chapter 8. It's kind of exciting. After Asterion serves you breakfast, you decide to stay in your quarters for the morning. Things that were alien to you are beginning to become familiar. The hotel that bends to your will, the Minotaur sworn to serve you, treacherous snake monsters, and the Texan Griffin that is now running a strip club under your roof. You are slowly getting used to both your new circumstances and this new routine. Waking up, having breakfast with Asterion, inspecting the rooms, seeing the small changes in the hotel's condition and layout every day, having a drink and a talk at the end of the day. You once again look out the window in the master's quarters. Considering your phone is pretty much dead at this point, and collecting your thoughts gets a little dull after a while, you find yourself doing this frequently while Asterion isn't in the room with you. With the new guests coming in, dull moments like this are going to become less frequent. But for now, you can enjoy this moment of meditation and the warmth of your efforts bearing fruit. You see a figure in the distance. You try to make out the details, but it is far away, and the shimmer produced by the heat on the road makes it very difficult to see anything but a dark blue spot walking through the desert. Is it walking? Towards the hotel? Indeed. It seemed the figure is approaching. Maybe it's a guest. People seem to find their way to the hotel by odd means. But both you and Luke got here by car. That guy must be exhausted. As you think about the circumstances that have led the guy wandering a desert road on foot, the figure inches closer and closer, until eventually it finds itself at the door of the hotel. Whatever this guy is, he's piqued your curiosity. You rise to your feet, stretching your legs, and head out the door. As you walk out of the master's quarters, the lights blink and you hear the familiar sound of the walls of the hotel closing behind you to conceal your room. You are about to walk down to the lobby when you see something one floor below you. It's Luke, about to head downstairs as well, but something is off about him. Ah, okay. Luke's attire leaves little to the imagination. He was dressed informally yesterday, but this might be too much. Hey, ya boss man. Isn't this a lovely morning? What are you wearing? Luke, what are you wearing? Why? Is there something wrong with my getup? It is very revealing. So, not out of place where I'm going, is it? I guess so. Again, thank you for letting me repay you. You didn't need to do that, and I appreciate it. Luke gives you a firm, respectful handshake. He may be rude and crass, but he seems genuinely grateful you let him stay. I was on my way to the lounge, or should I say the bar, check if everything is in working condition. How about you? Oh, that was Luke boy. Whoops. I was on my way to the lobby. All right then. My partner, lead the way. Oh, that looks a little bit loud. The music always seems loud in this game. I don't know. At least on the levels. You and Luke both walk down the stairs, heading in the same direction. I hope that you have an enjoyable stay with us. You and Luke make it all the way to the reception. Standing there are Asterion and what seems to be a blue dragon dressed in traditional Japanese clothing. Okay. The dragon eyes Luke up and down and seems displeased. Some deep, instinctual part of you sees the look on your new guest's face, catches on to what's about to happen, and screams at you to intervene. But, like watching a train crash in slow motion, all you can do is stand there as Luke perks up and grins. Hooked another one already, huh? Nice! Very nice. Looks like sushi's on the menu tonight. The griffin's voice practically drips with innuendos. His tail lashes behind him, thumping on the furniture. Asterion clears his throat, rushing between the dragon and Luke, if only to draw attention to himself with the lumbering movement.
Mr. Kota, allow me to introduce Mr. Luke. The, proprietor of the hotel lounge, and of course, the master and owner of the house, master of our establishment, Master Mr. Josh.
He gestured to you, and Mr. Kota looks you up and down, appreciating appreciating your every feature. The dragon's expression softens, his furrowed brow and scowling lips slipping beneath his natural smile, like pebbles disappearing beneath the surface of a pond.
I see.
He bows low, formal and dismissive of the nearly naked griffin standing next to you.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Mr. Josh. I thanked Asterion, but now I would like to thank you as well for your hospitality.
Yeah. Just Josh is fine. Just Mr. Josh, right, yeah. This was the best naming decision I've ever done. All right. You're welcome to stay as long as you like, Mr. Kota. Luke, either not able to recognize when he's being ignored, or just not used to it, clasps you on the back with a boisterous laugh. Yeah, these fine men run this joint. Pretty damn cozy, even if it looks like a bit of a shit show right now. Give it time, and we'll turn it into the best place in wherever the hell we are. Just wait till you see the bar, though. If you want, I'll take you there. Was on my way over there anyway. I can get you a drink and get you comfortable. If you want to get settled right now, that's cool too. I'll look forward to seeing more of you later.
Indeed.
The dragon turns back to you, and contents himself with glancing between you and Asterion. You can see his eyes glaze over just the tiniest bit as he passes over Luke, as though refusing to acknowledge the griffin's presence.
Please forgive me, Mr. Asterion, and
Mr. Josh. Fucking incredible. I love that.
My travels have been long and arduous, and I thank you once again for offering a place to stay. I just wasn't well. When I heard about your hotel, I wasn't expecting it to be this sort of establishment.
What sort of... Oh. Both you and Asterion look over to Luke and realize how the dragon could have gotten that impression. What? There's nothing on... There's something on my face?
Please forgive us, Mr. Kota. As said, we have just recently opened. And a few details, such as staff dress codes, are still being ironed out.
Dress codes? Oh. Once more, the griffin bursts out in ruckus? Laughter. He has to lean against you to avoid being bowled over by the spasms of his mirth. No, you got the wrong idea. This is a proper joint. Don't worry. But hey, what sort of joint is complete without a little entertainment? He tips Kota another sloppy, flirtatious wink, which only makes the dragon shudder with another scowl. Then the griffin rights himself and holds out a hand to the new guest. Sorry if I came on too strong. I'm only fooling, most of the time. If you want me to shut up, just tell me. And hey, I was serious about the drink. No funny business, though. I'm a dumb fuck, but I can tell when a guy ain't interested. Come on, relax, Blue Boy. Put your feet up and get yourself comfortable. I mean, you're already in your bathrobe, so you're already halfway there, right? Every Luke out of Luke's beak and just makes the furrow on the dragon's brow deeper over the flashing, infuriated eyes.
I will pass. Thank you very much.
Hey, I said no worry. I said I was sorry. No need to get your panties in a twist.
Sorry is not enough to make up for that crass, lecherous display of yours. If you will allow me to speak my mind, Mr. Luke, you are making me consider turning around and going right back into the desert. You are a rude, shameless, and disrespectful cur. The sort of display you have just put on would drive anyone with a sense of decency away, and I struggle to grasp why the owner of this establishment allows you to parade around and shame him like this.
The dragon then rounds on you and Asterion, and while his expressions eases, you can see the anger boiling inside.
And if you will allow me to speak my mind as well, the fact that you allow someone like that any sort of responsibility around here conveys a terrible image of your management of this hotel as a whole.
Before either you or the Minotaur can say anything in response, Luke storms over and shoves a claw finger into the dragon's chest. The griffin's wings flare behind him as he glares at Kota. Hey, you can talk all the shit you want about me, but don't you dare insult Angus and Mr. Josh where I can hear you. Got it? Intervene. Kota bats Luke's hand away with a growl and opens his mouth to retort. But before he can, you push yourself in between the griffin and the dragon. That's enough out of both of you. Luke, we can handle this. Go and start getting the bar ready for any other guests that might come today. And Mr. Kota, I sincerely apologize that this is the first impression you get of the hotel. If you really want to leave, neither Asterion nor I will try to stop you, but we really want to make it up to you. If you want one of us to show you to your room, we can get you settled in, platonically. This is a place for travelers, not what it must look like. If you give us a chance, we'll show you that we have the best hospitality around.
Very well. Mr. Asterion has been nothing but courteous and helpful so far, and I am willing to give you a chance to demonstrate what kind of host you are, Mr. Josh. However, I can find my way to my own room. Thank you very much.
The dragon brushes himself off, and then gives the scowling griffin standing nearby one more glare. His lips curl, as though he's looking at something absolutely disgusting.
Anything to get far away as I can from that.
With that one final huff, Kota turns on his heel and stalks down the hallway towards the room on the first floor. Yeah, you stay the fuck away from my bar, asshole. You just got yourself banned for life. The Griffin turns back to you and Asterion, smoothing down his ruffled feathers while continuing to simmer. Can you believe this guy? And tried to make me feel welcome, and that's how... Try to make him feel welcome, and that's how he... That's, yes. He thinks... wait, and that's the, and that's the thanks we get, okay. Probably should have just thrown him out on his ass, boss man. You weren't helping. Asteria and I were handling it, and you really weren't helping, Luke. He's right about one thing. You do come off as pretty crass, and with you dressing like that, well, can you blame the guy for mistaking this place for a brothel or something? We'll talk about your uniform and attitude later. For now, go cool your head. The Griffin lets out a squawk of annoyance. Whatever. I'm going to the bar. I don't care how early it is. I need a fucking drink after that bullshit. And I still need to get prepared for guests who aren't fucking prudes. Luca turns to yell that last part towards the hallway where Kota left to stew in his room. And then he turns on his heels to stomp away to the lounge. For better or worse, it's over. For the time being, at least. A sigh forces its way onto your chest. What a start to your venue in the hospitality indeed. Industry, that's what it is, yeah. One would be forgiven if such a confrontation left him on edge. But for someone like Asterion, after all he's been through, what impact could it have? You turn to him. Asterion, sorry, I wasn't expecting things to turn out, things to take such a turn for the worse. Are you okay? The Minotaur looks down to the floor. His eyes dart to and fro as 100 ideas skitter around his mind. Air hisses as he inhales through gritted teeth, and with each exhale, his nostrils flare and tremble. You get a terrible glimpse into Asterion's eyes before they close. What memories, what emotions are going through his head at this moment? And then his lips tense, but not in the way you expected. At first, you have to strain your hearing to catch him, an occasional tittering here and there, like a harp's string sweetly plucked. All at once, the strings snap, and in a burst, Asterion's laughter spreads down the hotel's hallway, and all the way down to the valley. He jerks to cover his mouth with a hand, and in doing so, he pushes pens and pencils off the desk. The gesture, however, only serves to highlight the corners of his mouth. Try as he might, they disobey him and raise themselves into a smile, and his single eye, not to be left behind, closes in joy. He rides out waves from a stealthy giggle to the back to a backbending, uproarious bellow. He hunches over the desk to catch his breath, and even between labored sobs, he keeps on a smile. He looks up at you through blurry eyes, streaked with shining tears. It takes him a dozen tries before he manages to spit out a coherent sentence.
Me? I haven't felt this good in 100 years. This is good, my lord. This is what life is made of. I am alive again.
Behind you, the door lets out a click no louder than a squeak. Oh, hello. You turn around and find yourself facing a couple, Just as they drop a pair of tall backpacks on the floor. The two stop dead in their tracks as they catch a glimpse of the Minotaur behind the counter, heaving in an outburst of hysterical laughter. And in that earthy shaking moment, that shattering moment, their minds run wild. A hotel in the middle of a lifeless desert, seemingly abandoned, but housing nothing less than a Minotaur. A laughing bullman, in fact, whose boisterous bellow sounds too song-like to impose terror. Asterion catches sight of the couple from the corner of his eye, but it does nothing to stop him, and in fact, the presence of an audience only seems to amplify his mirth. It does not last more than a handful of seconds, even if it feels like an eternity, for laughter to overtake fear and apprehension, for it to bridge the gap between the mundane world outside of and the haunting hotel. First, the lady approaches, and then the man follows as the pair make their way up to the reception desk. They look at you, then the Minotaur, then back to you. Excuse me, what is this place? It's a hotel. Her large, sharp eyes lock onto the Minotaur, as he finally regains a semblance of composure. Yes, but what's up with him? Asterion is supporting himself against the wall, breathing slow and deep to steady himself as the aftershocks and laughter rock through him. It's a very special day for him. He hasn't had guests in quite a while, and right before you arrived, we had quite a commotion. No, I mean, what is he? Well, he's... This sounds like such a compliment, though. But this is what his title is, right? The hotel's keeper. Small in the gap that keeps mankind away from all sorts of earth-shattering truths. All humans, when given the opportunity to glimpse a secret, can choose to turn back or return whence they came. Forget what was beyond that sliver no wider than a door's breadths. But laughter, that is essentially human song, beckons.
This is Master Josh, and my name is Asterion. Here's your room key. Dinner will be served at 7 p.m. It is a pleasure to have you with us, and I hope you enjoy your stay.
Okay. Oh, that looks hysterical, though. What? Okay. I wasn't feeling great about Luke for a second, but you know what? This image has brought it back a little bit. Anyway, this will be the end of the part. I'll see you around, everyone.